everybody, and welcome to my Nookers kitchen. Nookers freeze-dried foods. That's what I'm doing these days. Freeze-drying a lot of stuff and creating meals to use this stuff for. So we don't always have to have an emergency. We don't always have to have some big end of the world happening to enjoy our food storage. These make excellent quick meals for families that are on the go. Lightweight, nutritional, good meals for people that are out hiking or camping. Just want a nice, hearty, taste of home while they're out. These are great for people going out on business trips, finding themselves alone in a hotel room, tired of the same restaurants all the time and spending all that money. With a hot plate and a pan and one of these meals, you can have something instantly, well, maybe not instantly, but quicker than you can go into a restaurant and ordering it and paying that large bill. So today I'm going to show you, it's a rather simple recipe. It's called Stroganoff Skillet. And it requires all these ingredients, which I'll share with you. What you can also see on my island here is 2 mason jar bags. Yep, they're bags to look like mason jars and they're very fun. The red lid one is the size of a pint mason jar. The blue one, the size of a quart. You can put 1 to 2 servings in the pint, and you can put 4 to 6 servings in the quart. So because all these ingredients are dry, I do put an oxygen absorber in them. I seal them closed. And the only thing that you need to do is to have a pair of scissors to cut off the top of that jar. What's fun about these is if you cut just the white off where it's sealed at the top, you could reuse them because they're Ziploc bags. So let's go ahead and get started. The amounts of ingredients that I'm giving you today is for the pint jar. I will use my funnel to fill that up, and then I'll seal it. And then I can double the recipe and it will fit into a quart. Now I say it's a single serving sometimes, but it's a very big single serving for one person. So if you have a salad and some dinner rolls and something else to go with this, this is easily a 2-person meal and you're not going to walk away hungry. The quart one, all you have to do is double the ingredients that I give you. Double the water at the end, and you'll have a nice meal for your family. I would say 4 people that are extra hungry, up to 6 people if you have other things going along with it. So let's go ahead and get started on the ingredients. The first thing that we have is a 1/4 cup, right over there, a 1/4 cup of instant milk. The second ingredient that we have is a 1/4 cup of powdered sour cream. The third ingredient is 1½ tablespoons of ultra gel, which is a modified cornstarch. If you don't have a modified cornstarch like this, you can use regular cornstarch. The difference is if you have regular cornstarch, you need to make sure that your food comes to a boil in order for it to activate that cornstarch. Okay? The substitution is also not equal, so it's not 1 part. It is going to be 1 tablespoon of regular cornstarch to 1½ tablespoons of ultra gel. So I have 1½ tablespoons here. Like I said, of the ultra gel. If you're going to use regular cornstarch, only use 1 tablespoon. Then I have, over next to it, I have 1/8 to close to a 1/4 cup of freeze-dried onions. I have 1 cup of elbow macaroni. I have 1/2 teaspoon of, well, it's just over 1/2 teaspoon of beef broth. I don't like to use a beef bouillon. It's too salty. You can always add salt if you want to when this is done making. I have 1 cup of macaroni noodles. I have between a 1/4 cup, well, a very healthy 1/4 cup of the ground beef. Mushrooms, which come up next, which is about a 1/4 cup or a little bit more. I have a 1/2 tablespoon of vinegar powder. I took 1/2 teaspoon of my sliced freeze-dried garlic and I minced it. I took about less than 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper seeds and I ground those. That's going to be to taste. I put in a little less. That way if I want more at the end I can. You can always add, but you can't take it out. And the last thing that I have is a 1.5 tablespoons of butter powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these ingredients. I will put them inside of the mason jar that they fit into, the red one, because this is the 1 to 2 person one. I'm also going to put an oxygen absorber in there, which you can see down there on the counter. And then I will show it to you when it's done. So there we go. It is all in the bag. It was a very, very tight fit. Next time I might try to leave just a couple of the noodles out. There is an oxygen absorber in there. I will seal it, or I should say I would seal it, but I'm going to make this for you now. And I will give you all the cooking directions as I'm over there by the stove with it. So, yeah, a meal on the go. So let's go see how this turns out. So I have turned my stove on to medium. And for the single to 2 person serving size, which I made, I'm going to add 3 cups of water. Let's see. So there it is, all mixed up. And I turn the heat up to medium, medium-high to bring it to a boil. There it is, just about ready to boil. I had to change pans because I did not have a lid for my big skillet. So I had to change pans because you really need to cover this while it's simmering. So there it is, it's boiling and about to go over. So I lowered the heat to medium, maybe I'll take it just a little bit lower. And I'm going to cover it for the next 20 minutes. I will check on it about 3 times and show you when it's done. Alright, so here it is. It is all plated up. This is the entire thing, and as you can see, that is big. That is enough for 2 people. I don't think many one person alone could eat all that. But let's make a little bit of a better close-up for you. There we go. So that is a skillet, Stroganoff skillet. This is what it turned out to be. 3 cups of water. I boiled it. It simmered for 25 minutes. At 25 minutes, I turned the heat down. I took the lid off. I let it sit for another 5 minutes. And now it is just looking really very good. And the mushrooms, the meat, the onions, all of it came back really well. You would never know any of this was freeze-dried. The only thing I would change is possibly add a little bit more of the beef broth. And now I'm going to have to put a little bit of salt on it, but I like that because I'm determining exactly how much salt I need. I might even toss on a little extra pepper. Other than that, it's really very good. So give it a try. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe, like, share the video. This is the first one on my new channel, and I would love to bring you more of these meals. I have been scouring the internet, every bookstore, the libraries, talking to friends and family about recipes, looking in cookbooks, all to bring you as many of these wonderful ideas as I can. So give me a thumbs up, let me know that you're enjoying this. And we'll see you next time on the Nookers Kitchen.